Tonight, Buffalo police are trying to figure out how a woman wound up being rescued out of the Niagara River. She is currently recovering after a man pulled her out of the river near the foot of Hurdle Avenue just about this time yesterday. Tonight, 7 Eyewitness News reporter Madison Carter talks with her rescuer in a story you'll see only here on 7.
Everybody was standing on the river. They were waving their arms. They were screaming and shouting.
Michael Casacci had just left Rich's Marina with a group of friends Thursday night when he heard the commotion.
They immediately started screaming, "Save her."
He couldn't spot anyone when a woman on his boat saw this woman first.
Face down in the water, and we tried to get close, but it was right next to the break wall, and it's scary to drive your boat anywhere close to there.
He says one of his friends took the wheel as he threw on a life jacket and dove into the water.
I got to her, flipped her over onto her back, and I swam as hard as I could.
Casacci says getting to that woman was the easy part.
You know, my 4 friends on the boat all reached in, we all grabbed arms, and it took everything in us to lift her and put her on the boat.
That's when training he hasn't taken in 15 years, he says, kicked in.
I just clicked into CPR mode and threw her on her back and, started doing chest compressions, started doing the 30, compressions, the 2 breaths.
Casacci says it wasn't instinct, but memory that helped him perform this life-saving tactic.
Hearing the ribs crack, right, that makes you want to stop, right? But I know in the training that means you're probably doing it right.
Casacci says it wasn't his knowledge of CPR that made this rescue possible. It was his life jacket.
Anybody who was standing on the riverbank has no option of going in, right? Because they don't have life jackets on. You can't go in that river without a life jacket on, even if it is to save somebody, because you're just as good going to be pulled away.
This rescue also worked because of the fact he wasn't alone in that boat.
Couldn't have gotten her on the boat by myself. I couldn't have driven the boat. I didn't even spot her, right? So
at last check, that woman is now in the hospital at the ICU. No word on what her condition might be. Madison Carter, 7 Eyewitness News.